And now, an eyewitness investigation.
They're short-sighted. They're not looking at the big picture.
That's a former state employee talking about how the Department of Transportation kept adding costs to the Hale Boggs Bridge project.
Last night, eyewitness investigator David Hammer showed how a design mistake cost taxpayers $20 million extra dollars. And tonight he tells us how the plans kept changing and costing extra right up to the end.
First, a $30 million bridge repair job turned into a $50 million project on the Hale Boggs Bridge in St. Charles Parish. And then came repairs to the bridge deck. That cost another $25 million. To keep the bridge open while crews fixed the deck, crossovers were added on both sides of the Mississippi River to shift traffic onto one side of the bridge at a time.
And we were going to leave the crossovers and leave gaps for the emergency vehicles to get through.
A key member of the Department of Transportation's construction team came to us with concerns that DOTD administrators changed their mind, removed one of the crossovers, and tacked on an extra $500,000 to the project for no good reason.
Emergency management people wanted those turnarounds to stay there in case some incident happened on the bridge and they had to close the side of the bridge, that the bridge wouldn't be shut down completely, that they could transfer traffic.
This email from St. Charles Parish Emergency Director Joe Ganotti asked to keep the crossovers on the Luling and Destrehan sides, saying it would help first responders with improved response times, especially in a time of major crisis. This email by project engineer Alan Weber says removing the north side crossover would be a, quote, fatal mistake. But DOTD District Administrator Chris Morvant disagreed. And last November, he made the call to get rid of the north side crossover.
The crossover issue was really a safety issue.
Okay.
But not...
What's unsafe about the crossover there?
The side slopes off the side of the road were too steep.
The highway curves there and the median slopes more than 6 feet. Guardrail would have to be installed just 4 feet from the travel lanes.
The design team unfortunately didn't point out that we'd have to protect it with guardrail.
But Morvant said that adding the guardrail would cost $200,000. That's less than half the cost of removing the crossover. What's more, documents show the state plans to install new cable barriers there in the future anyway. Our source from the construction team says DOTD wastes money with these kinds of construction surprises.
The traffic people who have no construction experience get all the higher jobs. So traffic people are making construction decisions.
But Morvant says for a safer design, it's an extra $500,000 well spent.
I didn't get any compelling arguments from anyone, that could overcome the safety factor from.
David Hammer, Eyewitness News.
The St. Charles Parish Sheriff Greg Champagne initially supported keeping the crossover in place, but by the end of the project, he said he came to agree that it would be safer for traffic to remove it.